today for you I have this Valentine's Day makeup look, and I'm going to actually show you how to take it from this day look to a night look. And I'm also going to show you how to do this nail art that is on my nails. And so keep watching, we'll jump right on into it. For our Valentine's Day nail art, these are all the products that we're going to need. We're going to need a package of cotton balls to remove our current nail polish that we have, a bottle of nail polish remover, any kind you want to use is fine. You're going to need a base coat, and I'll be using Revlon's Multi-Care Base and Top Coat. You'll need a light pink color. I'm using Julep's Martha. You'll need a white shade or an off-white shade. I'm using Snowstorm by CoverGirl, Outlast Stay Brilliant. And you're going to need a top coat. And I'm using OPI's Top Coat. So these are all that we're going to need, so let's go ahead and get started. To start off with, we're going to take a cotton ball and we're going to put a little bit of our nail polish remover on it. I'm just going to set that to the side, and we're going to take the cotton ball and we're just going to swipe to get all of that current nail polish off. As you can see, this is a really good one, and it's taking it off all pretty quickly. As you can see, it is staining my finger a little bit around there. You can fix that with putting Vaseline around the edges of your fingers, or you could just take some nail polish remover and go over that red area on your skin. I will be back once I get all this off. Our next step is to take our base coat and put that all over our nails. And mind you, I did file and lotion my hands after using the fingernail polish remover, and that is very, very important. So you're just gonna swipe this all over each nail. And as you can see, there's no more red on my fingers or anything like that, so that came right off with some fingernail polish remover. You could have washed your hands too, it comes off with that as well. And then just pop this on. And we're only going to do one coat of base coat. And I'm going to do the other hand and let them dry, and I'll be right back. Now our next couple of steps are going to use these two polishes, a pale pink color and a white color. Now what you decide to do with these is entirely up to you. You can either paint your nails completely white, you could paint your nails completely with this pale pink. You could do white with pink polka dots if you have like a dotting tool or a toothpick. You could do pink with white polka dots if you have a dotting tool or a toothpick. You could do all white with just a little bit of splattering at the top of the pink, and vice versa. You could incorporate another color. Now what I'm going to do is actually a French manicure. I'm going to take this white and I'm going to put it all over the bed of my nail. And then I'm going to put this pale pink at the tip. And I'm going to do 2 coats of each. Well, I might have to. We'll see, depending on how opaque this one is. Let's go ahead, shake this up a bit. Open it up. And as you can see, I could just paint right over that band-aid. And it looks like I will need a second coat after this first coat dries. But basically, when I'm done with that, I can just peel this up. And as you can see, it's going to leave the tip perfect right there. So I'm going to go on ahead and do my white coats, and then I will get back to show you the tips. Another thing I want to mention is that if it goes a little over like it did right there, you could always use a Q-tip with a little bit, especially one of those pointed Q-tips that they have, precision Q-tips that they have now. You could always use one of those with a little bit of fingernail polish remover and dab that right off the corner. But we are going to go on ahead and we're going to grab our light pink color. We're going to take our light pink color and we're going to, and I went all the way to the tip on this hand because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the precision Q-tips to take off the tip. And we're going to just take some of this off of the brush, and we're going to just kind of dab that over. You want to make sure that it's level all the way across. If it goes a little bit over the white, that's fine. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put, whoops, kind of hard to do from behind the camera. We're going to let this dry, and we're going to do a second coat over the top. And we'll be right back. Alright, so now we've got the second coat on, and come a little closer. It's a little rough around the edges, but I'm going to fix, like around the cuticle and stuff, I'm going to fix that. So that's what this one looks like. It's cleaned up a bit. And what we're going to do now is, and the reason I haven't cleaned them up yet, is because we're going to apply a little bit of top coat. And so basically the way that this works is you're just going to dip your brush into the product and then just apply all over, and it'll make it nice, shiny, and glossy. So I'm going to do that and then clean up the edges, and you'll see the finished product at the end of the video. We're going to start out here with the primer. Rimmel Stay Matte Primer is what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be applying it with a stippling brush, just a generic one. And we're going to apply this all over the face. As you can see, this is a white product, but it dries very clear. We're really going to focus this in the T-zone area, so as you can see, I'm applying the product on my nose and forehead, and then dragging the extra that's on my face and on the brush to the outer edges of my face, so that the makeup will stay flawless throughout the whole day. And this will keep me from getting oily. I'm also applying it to my eyelids just so that they'll stay, because I'm not going to be using a primer, an eyelid primer. So that is the primer step. Now I'm going to be using the CoverGirl 3-in-1 Outlast Foundation with my BeautyBlender. I have a tutorial on how to use that on the blog, along with another makeup look. Now I'm just taking this and I'm blotting all over my face, making sure to take this to the below my jawline, to the outer edge of my face, and up to the edge of my forehead. I chose this foundation because I wanted a flawless look, and this foundation really does give me flawless coverage. And just going over places, and this is what it looks like finished. Now I'm going to be using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm just going to apply this all over the lids, kind of like a base shadow. As you can see, this is like a stark white shadow, and I really wanted that because the contrast of that stark whiteness really makes my eyes pop once it's on there and you can actually see them. And I'm just taking this up over the lid. I'm not taking it up any higher, like into the crease or up to the eyebrow or anything. And I'm going to do this on this side, try to get as pretty much just an even coverage over the lid. And then I'm going to start on the other side here and do the exact same thing, just dragging it over the lid. As you can see, this doesn't drag or skip, which I really, really like. And I don't have to use a brush to apply it, although you can use a brush to fade it out if you like. That's what I love about this pencil. And then I'm going to go back, and after I've applied just that base line to it, I'm going to look at it. And as you can see, it's a bit uneven on that eye I just finished. So I'm going to go in and even out that line a little bit on that side. Try to make it a little less uneven, and then I'm going to come over and do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to take this CoverGirl red eyeshadow and this base shadow brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to pop that in there and then tap off all the sides. And I'm going to put this on the back third of my eye, well, 2/3 of my eye. Well, really back half of my eye. I'll get the math there sometime. But basically, I'm just starting in the middle, but I'm really concentrating on that back outer corner. I want it to look almost like a pale pink in the middle and then go into the light red. This is the Essential Crease Brush by Real Techniques, and I'm using that to just fade out the edges and to lighten that, and so it's not that deep red that you saw in the little pot. And then after I do this eye, I'm going to move over to the other eye, which I skipped. And this is what it looks like with a little bit of a touch-up. And that's the finish on the eyes. Next, I'm going to take my eyelash curler here, and I'm going to use this on the first eye, holding it for a few seconds to get a little bit of a curl going. And I have to really curl my lashes, because if I don't, the mascara will make my eyelashes straight out and it taps my glasses. So go into the second eye, giving that a little bit of a curl. And then once I'm done getting the mascara, which I'm using the Maybelline Big Eyes, this is the one for the bigger side, and this goes on the top lashes. I actually applied more, but the mirror was in the way, so I had to use this shot of basically just a touch-up coat is what this part is. I actually already had a full coat on. And then this is the finished product for the top shadow. This is the bottom one. That's the wand for that. And then applying that to the base, to the bottom lashes there. Try not to get it all over, and that's what it looks like. Now I'm using Benefit's Fakeup Concealer, and it's got like that hydrating ring around the concealer. And then using that under my eyes, I wanted something very hydrating under there because I do have a patch of dry skin that you'll be able to see here in a minute. And then I'm just blending that in with my finger, not using a brush, wanting to be really gentle because like I said, I do have a patch of dry skin right there under that eye. And then over to the other side, make sure that's blended. And that's what it looks like. And then using Benefit's Gimme Brows on my eyebrows, just to kind of blend them together, make them look more, you know, fill in any gaps with that. That's basically what that does. And kind of shape them a little bit. And then blend that in with my fingertip here, both sides. And there we go. Now I'm going to use Rimmel's Stay Blushed in Apricot Glow with the Real Techniques Multitask. And this really has some color payoff. I mean, wow. It almost went clownish, but that's the great thing about this brush, because this brush will blend out any mistakes if you keep blending well enough. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to apply a little bit more on that side because I was just using leftover from that side. And there we go. Now I'm using NYC Bronzer in Sunny, and that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to use the Real Techniques contour brush, which is right here. It's got a nice taper, so it works really well in that hollow area of your cheekbones. And I'm going to apply that and then tap off any extra and then swipe that in to give a more, my cheekbones a little bit more depth, because my cheeks are so chubby they really don't have any. So I have to be really careful with this because it can look like I just got a patch of dirt on my cheekbones. Now I'm going to use Benefit's High Beam, putting a strip of it across the top of each cheekbone. The tip of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my chin, basically anywhere where I want it to catch light. And then I'm going to use the Real Techniques setting brush, which is this right here, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend all over and basically kind of just blend that in so that it's not so stripy. And bringing that up onto my forehead a little bit. And then do this side over here, blending that down into the blush a bit so it doesn't look so stripe, stripe, stripe. So I'm kind of trying to blend that all together there. Now Neutrogena's Natural Smooth Lip Crayon in Sweet Watermelon. And after applying this, this will complete the day look of the Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. As you can see, it's a very natural, but a little bit more glam than a natural look. And that's what it looks like. Now moving to the eye, I actually had done this, but then the recording got lost. This is the Rimmel Scandal Eyes in black. And basically I just lined my inner rim and I tight lined. And that's what it looks like. And now for my lips, again, I did this and then realized I wasn't recording. This is the Kate Rimmel. This is the Rimmel Lipstick Kate, and this is 1/10, and it has a nice red color. This is what it looks like on the lips. This is a NYX Butter Gloss I'm going to put over it if you want like a glossy look. Just dab it and apply all over the bottom lip and the top lip. Give it a little bit of a blot look, and that's the finished look for it. And that's what the night look. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial, both the nails and the makeup, and showing how to go from day to night. If you want to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click the subscribe button, give this button a thumbs up, and I'll do more beauty looks and all that kind of stuff. Make sure to head over to the blog, subscribe over there, like on Facebook, follow on Twitter, follow on Pinterest, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye!